Welcome, everybody. Alida Hernandez here, Rebooted Mindset. I hope everybody's good. You'll see I'm very natural today. I didn't put any makeup on today. Really, just don't feel it. Don't feel it. And us women shouldn't be embarrassed not to wear makeup either. So, just saying. Anyway, today we're going to talk about, I'm talking about just open discussion about music and the healing powers of music, just because music is part of my life on a daily basis. From when I go to sleep till I wake up, there's some music during the day. Um, I need music. I was raised with music with parents that were both musicians, and the house was always there was always music on. Either my grandmother was singing to a song or something, or my mother was playing the piano. And a lot of people don't realize how healing it is. So I discovered somebody the other day, which I won't mention any names, but that does some therapy with music, and we're gonna have her on the show fairly pretty soon. The next month or so, we'll have her on the show, and it's gonna be amazing conversation. But I just wanted to tell you some things that I found on my own doing research, and some things that I do too. Is that music, okay, the science of music and the brain. So there's a lot of there's some studies, you know how it is, unless somebody has a lot of money to do the study, and if they find it worthwhile, they will do research. And usually they do research because they want to implement some kind of new drug, right? No, new kind of pill or something they want to give you. So most of the time with this kind of research, it's hard because there's no medicine to it. It's just music. So you have to justify that. But brain waves. So let's talk about some brain waves. So there's a lot of brain waves. I learned this. I just reading about it. I didn't know all this stuff, but I'm just going to give you an example. So we have different mental states, right? So for example, lower frequency like theta and delta waves are associated with relaxation and meditation, while higher frequencies like beta and gamma can promote focus and alertness. This And there goes the music. See, we always have music. See how we always have music? I was just talking about music, so it's okay. I had some salsa throwing in the background. Makes you want to dance. So anyway, the process. So let me just tell you this. So the beta and gamma waves can promote focus and alertness. This process, known as brainwave entrainment, can help shift our brain patterns for a state of stress to one of calm. So um, talking about that, I don't know how if anybody does this, but I do it with meditation. So if you go on to YouTube and or YouTube Music or whatever platform you use for music, right? Type in sleep meditation, right, or healing, whatever you want. Put sleep meditation. You're gonna get um, some kind of video that has either a guided meditation, somebody talks to you so you can fall asleep faster, or it's just sound waves. And you put that on, you can put your headset on, or you can have a speaker near you, whatever, not too close, so you can hear it. That earbuds are the best ones, but I don't like sleeping with them all night. It really bothers me. So it all depends on you. And put that on, and let me tell you, if you haven't tried it and you have a hard time sleeping, you won't have any problem sleeping, because I put on the sleep meditation guide, and let me tell you, I hear the guy say something to me, start relaxing, breathing, and then I don't know what happened. I'm gone. I'm like literally like I don't even think I stayed too long. Maybe a few minutes or something. I don't even know. I just fall asleep, which is awesome. So have a good night's sleep. But music is so powerful. There's so many different types. So this is the stuff that I learned. It might be a little intense, but I just wanted to tell you because it's really interesting. At least I find it interesting. So beside the brainwave, right, entrapment, I mentioned those. We have neurochemical release. Music triggers the release of neurotransmitters in the brain. Listening to music you enjoy can lead to significant release of dopamine, often called the feel good hormone, which is linked to pleasure and satisfaction. It also releases endorphins, which are body's natural painkillers and help reduce cortisol and stress hormone. So let me tell you something to make it simple. Turn on your favorite song. You're stressed out, you got out of work, you had a bad day, your boss was not being nice today, or you had a bad customer. Put on your favorite song and just listen to it or dance or do whatever and let all that stress out. I'm telling you, it's gonna work. I have a lot of artists. If you need music, we got freestyle, we got salsa. What do you need? I'll give you music. Let me know on the chat, and I will send you some music. I got tons of music. I got tons of artists that we interview and on our other platforms, and they're really amazing. So can you believe that? So all this stuff, music does that. Okay. Also, music can induce a structural and functional changes in your brain. Okay, this is especially relevant in fields like neurologic music therapy, which uses music to help with conditions like stroke recovery or disease by improving motor skills, speech, and cognitive functions. So you can imagine if you're having a hard time speaking after you have a stroke, it sometimes affects your speech, and you can sing. Sometimes you can't speak correctly, but for some reason it's a different sense when you sing. So you can sing as therapy to be able to speak, and it's good for your soul. It's just good. It's just good. Music is just good. You got classical music, you got jazz, you got rock and roll, you got, I mean, there's so much. You got baladas, you got salsa, you got freestyle. I mean, disco. What do you want, right? There's music for everything. And with that said, also remember there's music. Now there's also music. There's good music, right? Well, how would I say good music? So there's music that has good words to it. Let me say it that way. Then there's music that's instrumental. Then there are other music that is very heavy with the words, or maybe a little too much. You have to watch the words of this music too, because sometimes they're not good. I mean, there's some bands out there that are just, they have it's nasty words or something like that. So be mindful of that, and try to make sure you get some music that is pleasant to listen to, right? I mean, common sense, but just to let you know. So I have some more things here, and that I've talked about during so many episodes of this podcast. But vibration and healing. So there's a physical and an emotional impact to music. So sound vibration affect the body at a cellular level. Studies have shown that sound therapy using instruments like singing bowls or gongs can reduce tension, anxiety, and pain. These vibrations can be felt as well as heard, creating a powerful sensory experience. Harvard Medical School has even conducted research on how sound and vibration can work together in the brain and create a more profound sensory experience. Isn't that amazing? So all these different things, like I talk about meditation and sound healing, and people get so weird about that stuff. I don't know why people get so strange. What is that? Is that some voodoo stuff or whatever? It's not, okay? We are energy. We feel music. We feel the vibrations of the music. You can be praying at that time. You do what you want to do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying that it helps. It helped me. It helped me to sleep. It helps me to focus. Sometimes I need a little bit of music certain specific musics to kind of calm my mind. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a little hungry. So I'm not going to keep this too long, but so this is just a couple of more. I want to talk a couple of more things about music. So there's a practical application. So sound baths and guided meditation, right? So individuals are bathed in sound to achieve deep relaxation. So sound baths, and I should have brought my bowl. I have a bowl. I have a couple of bowls here. They're just incredible. I have these bowls made in Tibet, right? I have they were made in Tibet, handmade in Tibet, and there's brass bowls, and they're hand pounded and everything. And you have a little stick and you go around it and you can hear the sound. And each bowl has a different sound, like a different note, like the piano or other instruments have different notes. So each one has a different note. I don't know what the notes are. I guess I'm gonna have to find out for next time. But they have incredible sound. And when people that I know that have gone to sound healing, I had some back in the day when we had the studio down in Fort Lauderdale, and we had several people, had like 20 people there, and my friend Sharonada came, did some meditation, and she brought all her bowls. She has crystal bowls, she has brass bowls, different bowls. They all make different sounds. It's just incredible. It's like, remember when you were a kid and you would take the glasses, right? I don't know if you ever done that, but me being in music all the time. What I did is I took the glasses and I put water in them, and then each glass sounds differently. Well, you have to have crystal glasses. Crystal makes sound. And my mother had crystal glasses. She wasn't too happy I was playing music, but I took her crystal glasses and started ding, 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 playing with the music. But anyway, so there's more. There's more. I'm gonna continue here. So the sound vibrations affect the body at a. Oh, read that already. So sorry. So sorry. So let's go to the next one. We're talking about sound baths. So bathed in sound achieves deep relaxation. Binaural beats. Um, these are auditory illusions where two different frequencies played in each year create a third phantom frequency in your brain. Research suggests that these can be used to promote focus or relaxation depending on the frequency. It's really interesting. So, in music therapy, a certified therapist can provide valuable insights and personal stories about how music is used to help with a variety of conditions, from chronic pain to stress to memory loss and anxiety. And there's specific things I don't know them per se. Remember, I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor. These are my opinions, this is my research that I do. Please always consult a doctor in case anybody wants to ding me for something. Okay, so that's my clause. So, talking about therapy. So, like I said, I have somebody I know who's creating personalized music for people, which is going to be very interesting. I can't wait to have this conversation. So, music is very, very therapeutic. It's very therapeutic. Um, I just want to go over the waves again. I think we did this, but I want to go through delta waves. Okay, these are the lowest brain waves associated with deep sleep and profound relaxation. So those are the ones, and the theta waves as well. So delta and theta waves are the ones that make you drowsy, sleep. The theta waves give you drowsiness, deep meditation, and the subconscious. Okay. So the subconscious is like your hard drive, right? The subconscious has all your hard drive, all your memories when you were little, all this stuff you went through is stuck in there. So sometimes we have to reprogram that subconscious because we've gone through trauma or we've gone through other things in our life that are some kind of trauma or that affected us. So we have to go through that. Um, but these waves are just, I didn't know all this about waves. So let's continue with the waves. Alpha waves, the calm brain wave. This linked to relaxed and awake state, often present by daydreaming. So that's alpha waves. And when you look out the window, you start daydreaming. I used to daydream all the time in school. I was so bored. Beta waves associated with normal waking consciousness and the state of alertness, logic, and critical thinking. So I'm in my beta waves, right now. And then the gamma waves is the fastest of the brain waves, linked to higher level cognitive function, problem solving, and state of peak concentration. So I guess I get into gamma waves when I'm like fixing a computer problem or doing things like that, problem solving. So they're different. I was trying to get the megahertz, but it was a little confusing to me because they had it in exponent form, and I couldn't figure that out. So I didn't do the math. So anyway, a lot of my research is done on different websites. There are websites out there that you can go to. Science of Brainwaves, Netherlands Institute of Neuroscience is another one that I use. List of brain frequencies by the Library Meditation Music Library, and also those are just some that I did. So I just wanted to let you know. So talking about music. So I did this interview, which I'm going to play next. Is about 20 minutes. I'm going to play the interview because it was really amazing. I did this interview with two people. They are putting together this show called Shadow Boxing in Blue, and it's by Haven Boxing and the Dance Theater Surreality. And they are in Brooklyn, New York, and all the new area now that everything's changed in Brooklyn as when I was a child growing up in New York City. But this shadow boxing is going to be October 4th, 11th, 18th, and the 25th in Brooklyn, New York. And I'll send you all the information. But it's an amazing interview. They're combining dance with music and therapy. So I had to put this on. It's going to be amazing. So I'm going to put this on, and I'll be back after the interview, and we'll talk again. All right. So let me just get everything prepared because I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Where's my file? Oh, there it is. Okay. Welcome, welcome. So we have come in with incredible guests today. I'm so excited to discuss this. I just have to give you a round of applause first. Welcome you to this incredible episode here of Spanglish Entertainment News. And we have Kira, we have Andrea, and we are here to talk about this incredible show that's coming out now in New York, in Brooklyn, in the new part of Brooklyn, which I was just discussing about that, how Williamsburg has changed so much. It's so incredible. And so let's get into this. So Kira, you are one of the artistic directors. I have to mute you, Andrea. You're still. Let me just mute you for a second. Okay. So okay, there we go. So Kira, yes, you're the artistic director of the show. So how did you become this artistic director, and like where did the idea come from?
Hi, Alida. Thanks for having me. So I am the assistant director of the show. The director is my co-director, Lauren Lebney. We co-direct the company together, Dance Theater Surreality. And this particular show, Shadowboxing in Blue, is a concept that Lauren developed starting quite a few years ago. In 2019, we began developing this work. And so we're so excited to finally present it now in 2025. And the concept behind the work is that boxing, which is why it's held in a boxing gym, Andrea's gym, is used as a metaphor for the internal battles that we wage within ourselves to better our own mental and emotional health. The show is specifically about battling depression. And in this particular case, we are attempting to demonstrate how physical practices such as boxing can serve us to better our physical and emotional health.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I saw the clip. I saw a little clip, and I had mentioned to you that I always got impacted just from that little clip. I mean, I'm a very emotional person, so I'm I'm sensitive to things like that. I love dance. I actually did boxing for many years when I in the early 90s back in California when I lived in California. And so I loved it. I loved it for exercise. I wish they had more here. They don't have it here like they used to back in California back then. But the combination, and of course music, right? Music is everything too. I mean, without the music, you still get the artistic thing of the dancing and the boxing, but the music enhances it, you know?
Yeah, this show it's very multidisciplinary. It combines dance, boxing, and live music. And the musicians, just like the dancers, are performers. So they're characters in the show. They play music as their means of communication, whereas the dancers, the physical performers, communicate through movement. So they have roles of equal stature, just a different way of expressing themselves.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And it's a lot of work. Like you said, it took a long time to do this. It took a long time to create something like this, and you have a village. Like I said, you have a village out there to do it.
Yes, the show itself is 5 or 6 or 7 performers, depending on the night. And we have a pretty big support team as well. We have tons of support by the gym, which is amazing for us. And we have also a whole team that's behind the scenes working on all of like the marketing aspect and the communications, which is a whole other important part of this work, is the outreach aspect. Right. So Shadowboxing in Blue isn't just an art project. It's a service to the community. Each evening, there are 4 dates for the show. Each evening has a specific theme, a specific community that we are trying to bring to the space and have experience the performance. And it's not only going to be the performance of the show, it's also we are inviting community organizations that work with that specific group, that specific theme, to present what they have on offer so that people can know what they have accessible to them for their own self-care. And the most important goal of the whole experience is that people can just feel less alone.
Yeah. That's incredible. Like I said, it's like having your own. You have your football team, right? Whatever team you like. Remember, so whatever team is yours that night, that team is going to be there. So you know, go
Come
to.
when your team comes.
Wear your colors, all right, with your team.
Exactly.
And that's great because that's what we have to do. It's all about community, and getting engagement in the community. It's having safe environments to take care of ourselves, especially that we went through, lockdowns in 2020. It affected us very much, and we're still dealing with those issues right now.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. And
so mhm.
the four themes, I'll just say them quickly. The first night, October 4th, is about fitness, so inviting other organizations that do training, physical health. The second night, October 11th, is LGBTQ night because it's National Coming Out Day on October 11th. So we invited a lot of local orgs that support the local LGBTQ community. And then the 18th is a really exciting night because it's the bilingual show. It's in English and Spanish. Um, and so there's not a lot of text in the show, but all of the lines are said in both languages because we really believe very firmly in access to the arts for everyone and not only English speakers. And the final night is a wellness focused night, more mental health therapy focused. And all four shows are also accessible performances. We have an ASL interpreter and a Braille script and a large print script for each of the shows. And the gym is barrier free, so anyone can access it with a wheelchair, and that we're really excited about as well.
Wow, I got goosebumps. Okay, that's incredible. You really pulled it together and got the whole community there.
That's our hope.
Oh, that's incredible. So I have to ask Andrea now. So tell me how you got into this involvement into this whole dance from boxing.
Um, well, so me and Gabby opened the gym 2 years ago. And basically, Lauren came in as a client, took class and stuff, and then gave us this long, beautiful email about the project and everything that she was working on. And it like really resonated with me and Gabby because it was almost very similar experience with us. Boxing changed our life. It's a lot. It's really heady. So basically, moving my body again, like really kind of snapped me out of like this like ongoing fight with like my own depression, and same thing with Gabby. So immediately we were like, oh, we like completely understand what you're doing here. And because we wanted this space to be not just a boxing space, but beyond like a community space, we really wanted it to be a place where a lot of people can like build their own voice and stuff like that. So this was like a perfect marriage, and we've been really excited about being part of the process like along the way, whether it was like the training or even, our own input and stuff like that. But yeah, we basically from the get-go, we were like really excited about this project.
Mhm. That's really incredible. Using exercise, you're doing using exercise, boxing in particular, and then coming with dance, which is so incredible to do because something that you can bring into your life, lifestyle, right? Because they say you should always have a sport, not just go to the gym and do exercise and leave. You're supposed to like, what I mean, like in your life, have something that you do that you love to do.
Yeah, and I think like I was telling Lauren when she came up to us about it, I used to have a dance background, and Gabby used to be a dancer. We were both artists before we even became boxers. So I totally understand like through the arts, like kind of, being able to communicate and all of that stuff. So this was like from the beginning we were like, oh, this is like wonderful, and it's been getting better. We've only seen it for like a year, and last year when it was like presented, it was wonderful, and it's just been getting better and better every time.
That's really incredible. Hey, I'm gonna have to see you. Got to come to Florida then. We need something over here. Definitely, there's nothing over here. Just all those. They only have those regular gyms, which I don't like.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry. That's why we opened the space, just because it's been very hard to find a place kind of like this. So we were like, we're gonna make our own, and
Right.
hopefully people understand what we're doing.
Well, there used to be a place, and I'll tell you, when I lived in LA, there used to be a place called Bodies in Motion, and it was open for many, many years. And they were a boxing gym, but they offered, it was 7 days a week classes, morning, afternoon, evenings. They have professional. I trained with Mike Weaver, former heavyweight champion. I trained with Jimmy Trimmel. He was a kickboxing champion, Muay Thai kickboxer. So they
Uh-huh.
were all different. The trainers were all professional people. And this was like right before I had my child, and I wanted to get fit, and
Uh-huh.
I hated yoga, and I'm not yoga, but aerobics. I didn't like I didn't like that. The step thing. I couldn't coordinate. I could not coordinate my hands, my leg. No, I can't do it. So boxing was easier for me. And I lost a lot of weight doing boxing. I got so fit. I was like the
Mhm.
best shape of my life back then.
Yeah, no, the funny thing is, well, boxing is coordination and all that stuff. I realized, like, I used to kind of was like, oh, I just want to be fit and stuff. And then at one point it stopped being about that. It really started being about how I carried myself, how I presented myself. Boxing like kind of helped me get my confidence back in a lot of ways. And I think that has like overcome, and like, I hope like our message for most of our clients now is like, forget about the like body shopping and all that stuff. It's like, it's mostly about like literally advocating for yourself and like knowing how to feel like in your body, and all of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Self-love,
Yeah.
self-care,
Yeah.
basically. So you can love yourself inside and out, and it helps, the exercise helps the brain, right? All the
Mhm.
oxygen going to the brain,
Yeah.
dancing as well, and music. Come on, you put music
Yeah,
and dancing, that's it. Let's
exactly.
go. Let's go.
Yeah. It all goes into each other. So yeah, that's why this show is like, it's amazing. The music added with the dancing and all of that, it just shows it really, it speaks a lot. Yeah.
Well, it's also have it now during Hispanic Heritage Month that's coming up now, starting September 15th,
Mhm.
and seeing the diversity, because you have such a diversity. Kira's from France, from Paris. You're from New York. You have a Latin background, and so it's just, we're a melting pot. We're a
Yeah.
melting pot, and yeah, we're a melting pot, and I love that, you have the theme, so everybody feels comfortable. Like I was telling Kira, it's great. That's your sport that night. Go for it. Yeah, because I like football, so I watch football. But it's a fun thing. It's entertainment. I don't take it seriously, because I'll lose it. Okay, I get so upset at the at the announcer, the ref. What are you doing? I start getting all crazy. I said, no, it's entertainment only.
That's a
Yeah,
wise
yeah.
approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get kooky. No, no, no. I used to get so upset. And I used to go to the hockey games too, and I would get really upset. And I go, no, I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore.
I do love hockey. I grew up as a figure skater, so I have a soft
Oh,
place in my
nice.
heart for hockey.
I love hockey too. Yeah, our Panthers won here last year, champions of the here in this league on this side. So I was happy. I've been waiting for them for 25 years. I've been supporting the team.
Yay, finally.
25 years, I finally got a championship. We got two now. But yeah, so let me ask you a question too. Are you doing clinics too at the gym, like for like as like a therapy thing, or is it just the show?
Is it
Yeah,
for Tira?
like
Kira can
like
answer briefly, and then Andrea can answer
Oh
more.
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Go ahead, Kira. Go ahead.
We are doing a short workshop at each of the performances that Andrea or Gabby are leading, and the reason behind that is there are multiple reasons. One reason that's really interesting is that people connect much more deeply with a physical medium when they've been in their own bodies. And most people are not in their bodies. So just getting them up and getting them to move and experience what it is to do some of the movements that they're going to see on stage is already going to have them
Hmm.
cultivate a more visceral connection to the work. And then another reason is so that they can experience boxing and see if it might be something that they would be interested in for their own health. And then the therapeutic aspect also has to do with better managing your own emotions beyond the physical part of boxing. And I'm sure Andrea has a lot more things to say about that than I do.
So the other co-owner, Gabby Machuca, she's the one from New York. I'm from actually Miami. But,
this is Miami
yeah.
from down here.
Yeah. But Gabby Machuca is she's the other owner. She's from New York. She's been in New York training as a trainer for like 15 years. She's the one who is like leading the clinics. And basically it's based to kind of go off of what Kira was saying. I think it's like watching the show and then just seeing it sitting down it's really not enough. A lot of people are afraid to move their bodies, and even talking about moving your body and all of that, people probably don't understand until it starts to happen. So this wonderful thing started happening with the clinics, where we've had a lot of people that are like fans of the show, have been coming to all the clinics, but then would come to us after and be like, this really sparked something. I didn't really know how much I needed this. And then they start coming to class. So it's just kind of a testament of like what the show is about and all of that. It really, like, what a lot of people don't understand is that we carry a lot of stress and trauma in our bodies and our shoulders and our hips. And a lot of the movements in boxing does release that. So there is this like really euphoric thing that happens when we start moving. And not only that, but like when you're forced to kind of start to battle and see some of these things that you've been kind of hiding. And yeah, so the clinics have been kind of this really important part of the show and like getting the message out there. But yeah, Gabby's been leading them for the last like couple months in the summer, and more people been coming in and like really like understanding, just even watching snippets of it. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's incredible that you've done that. I think just a combination of everything, and it resonates with me because I've done dancing, I've done boxing. So, I mean, I can see it like when you do, like you say, shadow boxing, right? It's called shadow boxing. When you do shadow boxing, you have to dance, you have to move with your feet, and then when you got to duck, and you got to do the ducking was always a problem. I didn't know which way to go. But yeah, no, it's just fun. I always tell people you got to try things. I actually do a wellness podcast on Tuesdays, so it really resonates with me because it's so important. I always talk about self-love, self-care, and you got to move. You got to move the body. If you don't move it, you lose it, basically.
Yeah.
I'm getting older now, and sometimes when I sit here too long, I get up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm all like all messed up. My back's all hurting. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Yeah, so I gotta go out, walk around and walk in my yard and get moving. But and my mother is such a testament to my how do you call it? My mother's a testament about music and dancing, how important it is, because my mother's 87 and she will dance you off the floor. My husband's a salsa singer. We had a performance a couple of weeks ago. I always take her with me, and she danced everybody. Can I dance with your mother? Go ahead. My mother was out there dancing, so I recorded her. So it was just, it's beautiful to see her, and she's so happy. The music just resonates with her, and she's just having such a good time. There's no aches or pains when you do that.
Yeah, it's just fun.
So anyway, how can everybody get to buy the tickets here for the show? I know it's on Eventbrite, I think as well. It's on Eventbrite. You can look up Shadow Boxing in Blue.
Yes, if you look up Shadowboxing in Blue Eventbrite, it'll come up. It's Shadowboxing in Blue October performances in Brooklyn. And there are the 4 dates available. Tickets are only $10. We really want the most people to come possible. And the money is going to be donated to the Haven Fund, which Andrea and Gabby have set up to fund classes for people that can't afford them. So it's not for us. It's to give back to the gym because we really, really are so grateful for the home that they've given us to build the show there, and we want to give something back.
Now you really touched my heart even more. This is not just First it came out, oh, there's a performance going on. Then I read it. Oh, wait a second. So this is much more than just a performance, especially in these times. I appreciate you both and the commitment to this such an endeavor to have in the community, especially in New York City. Today is 9/11, which is, a remembrance of so many people that we have lost back in the, back in during that time. I lost some people that I knew as well. So it's good that you doing something positive, doing something positive for the community, and people are gonna love it and resonate with them, and I think they're gonna really enjoy it.
Yeah.
We hope
So,
so.
right, I'm not in New York. Unfortunately, I'm going on a cruise at the end of October that we're doing from Port Canaveral to the Bahamas, so I won't be able to be up there. But
That sounds amazing. Enjoy the
Yeah, it
cruise.
sounds
you're like, wait a second, I'll go to the cruise. I'll go, and you go to New York, right? I'll switch. No. So yeah, so this is really incredible. I will share all the information. It'll be in the magazine as well and on the website so people can see and they can buy their tickets and go see the performance.
Amazing.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome and have a great day and keep doing what you're doing. Stay
Thank you.
positive.
Bye.
Yes.
So, guys, that was just an incredible interview that I did. I had to put it on here because I felt like if I don't show this, why? I don't know why I'm going in not the right place. There we go. There we go. I'm back. So anyway, so that was an interview I did on 9/11, and I wanted to bring it in here because we were talking about music therapy and some things that I learned about how important music is. Like I knew in my heart how important music is, but now after doing research about it and how there's scientific studies on how music is really good for your brain and it changes your brain waves and just all this stuff. I mean, if you didn't see the sorry, I just got a message. I just had a sigh of relief right now. So anyway, I just have to say thank God because when things are tough, just have faith. At least my opinion, and it resolves. It's been like this for a long time now, and I'm learning to just have faith because things resolve. So talking about music therapy again. So I've always felt in my heart music it has to be good for you because since I'm a little girl, I've always heard music. And music in the past, so from the 70s and the 80s, most, I would say late 70s and all of 80s, all the music I heard being at the dance clubs, songs have memories for me. So the song comes up, the other day, a song come up, and JC's like, why are you talking about this, whatever I was talking about? He goes, because the song came on the radio, and I remember that song when it came out, and my mother had it, and her boyfriend, she broke up with her boyfriend, and it was, I Will Survive. That was it. I Will Survive. And it brought up all these memories and all this stuff. Like, I had my first ever boyfriend, and then we broke up, and I was like, I will survive, and crying, crying, I will. So, music has memories for me. I can tell you where I was, who I was with, if a song comes on. And then the other thing too is if you're sad, right? If you're sad or depressed or anything, you put your favorite song on. I'm telling you, how you're not gonna be depressed anymore. You're gonna be fine because you're gonna hear your favorite song. I love my freestyle music. I got a lot of good artists. Check out the magazine, Spanglish-entertainment.com, so you can check out the new magazine. They should be here. We had some delays with the printer and all that, but it's all good. All the magazines will be going out this week coming up now. So, but anyway, check out there. I have a couple of people's music. I have JC Colon and La Bella Huida that came out recently, and also Evalina, Destiny, and Nelson Rico came out with a song on freestyle. Very good song. So, and that's just a few. We're gonna have more and more as I go. The magazine keeps evolving. So if you haven't heard, I have a page in the magazine talking about things that I talk about here, and I always mention it in the magazine. So Rebooted Mindset has a page in Spanglish Entertainment Magazine, and you can read up some things there. And also, oh, I'm going to bring it up here. While I talk to you, I'm going to look for the file. I have a special, and if you didn't see the episode with Sharonata Polak, We talked about 5G. We talked about how to protect yourself. Things that you can do right now, right? To protect yourself from any emanation of electric magnetic field radiation. You're probably thinking, what is that? Well, I did a whole podcast like 2 episodes ago regarding this. And so I'm looking for something at the same time we talk because I need to find it. There it is. So anyway, I'm going to pull up her. She has an ad in this month's magazine, so please go there. She's on page 20 of Spanglish Entertainment Magazine. You'll see it down south soon, and it's online right now. You can check it out. You can order a copy or print a copy. Just to let you know, man, I always have a copy. Oh, here we go. So here's a copy that I had before, right? All right. So this is last one. This is July and August. I had Choco Horta. She's an incredible salsa singer. Everything's in English. So please read, learn some things about our culture and how our music and culture have affected everything here in America because of the melting pot of people that came in since the 20s. Okay, so since we've been celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month as of September 15th to October 15th, I have a whole article about that too, how it started and how it was showing the contributions that we have done as Hispanics in America, his contributions that we've had in this country, right? So in the magazine, in the new one, you'll see the article about talking about Hispanic Heritage Month. Also, it talks about there's a lot of things on the new one. Check out the old one. If you don't have a copy already, please order it online. You can just click on there. This is a heavy duty magazine. It's not cheap. Well, not cheap. Sorry. Let me just say it's quality paper. Okay. It's quality paper. We try to do the best we can. There's a lot of articles, a lot of, we have advertisers. And what I want to show you also is, so in this month's magazine, I have a special. Oh, I have a special. And here it is. I don't know. I can't see what page that is, but page 18. Sorry, page 18. There's a special EMF Essential Kit. All right. Now, what that is, you'll get. I don't know how big the pyramid is. It says there. I think it is how big the pyramid. This is my pyramid that I have in between my 2 monitors and the computer, so it can grab whatever it has and take it in there. So it doesn't get on me. I have the bracelet. There's the bracelet right here. Oops, sorry. There's the bracelet. I think you can see it. Let me see. So this is the bracelet. I don't have the ring, but and the sticker. I have my cover on my phone, but I do have 2 stickers on the back of my phone. And also, if you didn't know about Super Patches, another great health product. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Rewind. EMF Essential Kit. Right now, we have a special. We get 10% off if you put Spanglish 10. Okay, if you get the magazine, you can see it there. There's a QR code. You can go to authenticshungite.com. Please see it on the magazine. You just click on it. I already put the link in there, or you can scan the QR code on your phone, and you can get 10% off, and you can get this essential kit. And it's just something to add. And if you see the podcast, you'll understand it is something. It's a protection. Okay, a lot of people don't understand. We are like the guinea pigs of the cell phone. Right? I got my cell phone, my first personal cell phone, 1995, right? So since 1995, we're walking around on the phone. I actually have some old ones I found the other day. I have the Razor. Remember the Razor, the flip Razor? Everybody loved that phone. It was like, hello, I'm on the Razor. Everybody was on the Razor. So all these years that we've been on these phones, right? We don't know what's happening, what's in the phone, what kind of if this has radiation, has whatever it has, what does it emit, right? We don't know nothing. People think we're crazy when we say that, but it's true. And Hernandez told her story on my podcast. You must see that. Go back to the old podcast. It's like 2 podcasts ago. We had a great conversation regarding why she got into making this jewelry with shungite, due to the fact that her husband, the father of her son, developed a brain tumor, and he was an electrician around electricity all the time and all the equipment and everything like that. And he died a young man with a brain tumor. And then she landed up getting not 1 tumor, but she got 2. They found 1 and they caught it, and she had operation, and then she got a second one. And she is God bless her. She's supposed to be here. And she's still here. Thank God. She has another child now. But she found out something's connected with electricity, with radiation or something, because my husband had a brain tumor and he passed, and then she developed two brain tumors. So environment is also something. So anyway, that's the podcast with Sharon Otter. Please see it. It's like 2 episodes before this one, and check out so you learn more about the EMF and how you can protect yourself at home by buying the jewelry or one of these pyramids. This is a shungite, solid shungite. It's heavy. I put it right by my two monitors, everything I'm working on. So let it absorb whatever, all the stuff that come out of the computer. Um, but anyway, today's episode, if you just got in and didn't see the rest of it, you can go back to the beginning. I talked about some research I did on music therapy and how music is so important, and how in my gut I always knew music was important. But music has evolved with me as I've aged. I still listen to my music back in the day, my freestyle, my disco. Can't take that away from me. And I still got the salsa. The salsa's been around for so long. And all that music has meaning to me. It represents different periods of my life, and it heals me and helps me when I'm depressed, when makes me happier. The other day I put the music on. I have a studio in the house here, and we put the music on. I had some freestyle music, and my mother, and my aunt came out, and they were boogieing. They were they were dancing. I put the music on, then we put salsa, and they started salsa dancing. Mommy and Titi, God bless them, 87, 85, and they're still just dancing away. I mean, she dances me off the floor. Last event that JC did, my mother, everybody asked, "Can I dance with your mother?" I go right ahead. She loves to dance. My mother danced with everybody all over the place dancing. She had such a good time. And it's awesome. And it's such an awesome feeling to see her happy too. Just seeing her happy makes me happy. So anyway, so find a favorite song. Okay, listen back to the rest of this podcast from the beginning and find a favorite song. There's music out there for like everything now, and soon, hopefully in a month or two, we'll have an incredible guest that's going to talk about um, this therapy, music therapy that she's doing. And I think it's an incredible thing because I always said, they always say with music, right? It calms the savage beast, right? I don't know if you remember her hearing that. When we were kids, some of our cartoons were accurate, but now they're not politically correct. And people who are in the 50, 60, 70 club, you know what I'm talking about. So our cartoons weren't politically correct. They just said it the way it was. And and there was a cartoon that had a gorilla, and they would put the music on, oh, see, the gorilla, calms down with the music. And then if you realize in some other the cartoons, Bugs Bunny, even Mickey Mouse, all those cartoons all had classical music. They had classical music back in the day. And I don't know if people realize that, but they had a lot of classical music, which is really calming, even though they were doing something crazy, right? When Bugs Bunny's they're trying to kill Bugs Bunny, and they're playing classical music in the background. But anyway, music is seen in everything. In our commercials now, they've taken all our music, all our music that we grew up back in the 80s, right? They've taken all the favorite songs and they're making commercials. So now you're singing one song that, oh, I know the words to that, and they come on, and then it's a stupid toilet paper commercial or an insurance commercial. I'm like, hey, that's my song. What are you doing? But so I just give you the hint. I give you a little tip. If you have a hard time sleeping, go to YouTube or YouTube Music, anything, or even Spotify, any music platform that you can look up music, right? And put in sleep meditation, right? Say you have pain, sleep meditation for pain relief, for healing. Just put in what you think that you need it for. But sleep meditation, they have guided sleep meditation that either a man or a woman speak to you. You can see if it resonates with you, or if the voice sounds good to you, it's soothing or not. I have this man his name is Jason. I would have to look him up. I would look him up. I don't want to promote him because he don't pay me. But there's a couple of people out there. His name, I know his first name is Jason, and he does sleep meditation. and he starts talking to me as I'm going to bed, and I hear his voice. He starts breathing, helps you relax, like he tells you relax your arm, relax your shoulders, your legs, right? Everything like that. And you will you will pass out. You will go into a state of sleep. Like you don't know, you won't remember. You just go to sleep. And when you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes, you go, wow, I slept the whole night. I used to not sleep good. And sleep deprivation is not good. It really isn't. It really does a toll on your body because your body rests at night. Sorry, I went to a tangent talking about that, but it's true. So all this because of music. See, music, and he has a little bit of music in the background, but usually it's just his voice talking to you and very low music and the sleep meditation. And let me tell you, you'll sleep. You will sleep. So don't be afraid to try new things, okay? You're gonna be fine. You're not gonna wake up a zombie, you know? People think like I say sleep meditation or sound healing, like it's something so weird. It's not. I've learned now. Okay, I grew up Catholic. I was born again Christian. I've been to different churches. I've done sound healing, meditation. Okay, so it's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, your faith is your faith, and that never leaves you. You never leave your faith and what you believe by trying other things. We're not doing anything weird. So the sleep meditation is so good. So if you listen to that, put your headsets on. I don't like usually the headsets, but I have like a little, you can buy like this headband, right? That has speakers in it. And then that's wired. And then you can put it on and sleep with that. Because I don't like sleeping with a Bluetooth. Uh, you might think it's crazy. Oh, it doesn't emanate. Anything that's Bluetooth or Wi-Fi emanates some kind of signal. So if it has a signal, guess what? It has energy and it has some form of radiation or something that comes from electricity that it has. So what we do is, I should have had a sticker. The stickers, which you can see online on AuthenticShunguide.com, you can see the stickers. They just go on the back of your phone. So I have a cover on my phone right now, but on the back of here, under the cover here and like here, oops, here and here, I have two big stickers. There's little ones and then there are big ones. I put two big ones. I'm on the phone a lot. I have one on the desktop computer. I have one on the speaker. I have, let's see, where's my little thing here? Oh, look, I have another Shun Guide. It's a little thing. Right, you can order these. This is from my friend Sharonata. She has her business. And this is a little one, and it's pretty heavy. So I had this on top of the speaker. The speaker, for some reason, releases a lot of signal, a lot of signal from the speaker. So if you have any speakers, um, just put it away from your bed, okay, or your Wi-Fi. So anyway, it was great to be here and talk to you today. I hope you re-listen to the podcast because it's all about music therapy and things that I've done research on. And we're gonna have more shows like this of just more healing stuff you can do yourself at home, not have to go anywhere. You can put some incredible music on, depending on your mood. Music, there's moods, right? Sometimes I listen to classical music when I was really, really stressed. I found like the only thing I could listen to was classical music. And since my mother plays and I was raised with that, I was listening to it. So I love Mozart but sometimes his is not very calming. Sometimes he gets a little, but I do listen to different classical. Then I listen to jazz, Latin jazz, salsa. Depends on what mood I'm in. And I really want to get happy, I do freestyle. I'm a freestyle girl. I'm a dance girl. I love my stuff, but still I like rock and roll too. So on this side, I got my Bret Michaels, my Bon Jovi, my let's see, what else do I like? Oh my God, no, I love so many different things. Elton John, Billy Idol, not Billy Idol, Billy Joel. I like Billy Idol, but Billy Joel is nice. I like his Piano Man. But see, all these songs, I remember times in my life. So in the 70s, I would listen to Billy Joel. Um, um, the other one is Elton John back then. Let's see, Pat Benatar, Blondie. I love the rock. I love the both sides of it. So I had like a different personality, freestyle girl, and then the salsa girl, and then it's just crazy. But I love music. So there's a music for everything. Even when you're sad, there's music that uplift you. Okay. That's why there's so much music in churches and places of worship too, because music is so important. It's so good. It opens up your heart and your throat. It opens all that stuff. So anyway, I will see you next Tuesday. I have now let me see the calendar because I have a special guest coming in. Okay, so it's not next Tuesday, but on September. Oh, is that right? Is that October already? October 7th. So either September 30th or October 7th, I will have a special guest, Tracy. Tracy Robinson's coming in. She just wrote a book. And she also she's a life coach. She's amazing. She's like all of us have. We all go through. I think we all have gone through some form of trauma in our life. And if you haven't, God bless you. Okay. I don't mean trauma severely, like it could be anything. All right. A death, a breakup, a loss of a job. It could be physical, something you got ill. I mean, different things that we go through in life because it's not easy, right? And I've met such incredible people that have guided me to a better state of mind, that helped me tell you about these things, that that really have changed the way I think, the way I feel. Okay, once you change the way you think, it changes the way you feel. So it's really amazing. Your brain controls everything. Everything is controlled by your brain. So you just have to change those thoughts. Like I say, it's never too late to reboot your mindset. So I will post the new episode, the upcoming episodes as soon as I have my confirmation on artists, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Lovely.
And then also I had some about mental health